Welcome to Boot2boom Now, the #1 live streaming show, the #1 live streaming entrepreneur show, taking you from bootstrap to booming. We are here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we are here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. We are here every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern to get your PayPal popping, your business booming, and your life and your relationships to explode. Boom! Hey everyone, welcome to Boot2boom. We're here live every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, and we're here to get your PayPal popping, your business booming, and your life and your relationships to explode. And we have another amazing episode for you all tonight. We're really excited. We have a special guest who is making his second appearance here on Boot2boom. So we're going to go into that in just a minute. But before we do that, I want to, of course, introduce you to my amazing co-host, Miss Jessica. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, how are you, Avalaura?
So I don't know if you all noticed, you probably didn't, but we've had replays the last few weeks. So this is actually the first time that we're back live. So I'm kind of excited to be here with you all, and we're gearing up for PNC, the Power Networking Conference. So we're going to be talking about that in a few minutes as well. But if you've been watching us for the last month or so, we've been talking about that. And you're going to know our guests. Listen, if you're at PNC, you're going to want to be there after tonight if you're not already, because our guests, you're just going to see what you're going to miss if you don't come. Okay, so I'm just saying, just get your pocketbooks ready, get your money out, get your credit card out, buy your tickets so you can see. You'll see in a minute. You'll see in a minute. So we just going to get right on in today's show. You know how we roll. Go ahead and share this out, post it up on social media, share it up on Twitter, share it up on Facebook. We are live in the chat, so we want to see you. Say hello. Let us know who you are, where you're from. And of course, you can go ahead and grab our resource list with over $10,000 worth of resources that we have compiled for you and your businesses to make sure that you are making money in your businesses. So go ahead and grab that. And without further ado, I'm just going to get into introducing you to my amazing co-host, and we're going to get on with this show. So, of course, Miss Jessica, or Jaw, or Face, as I like to call her. She is an experienced online business consultant that has over a decade in assisting SME business owners throughout the media digital sector. Throughout her 25 years of practice, she has worked with well-known Wall Street and Fortune 500 companies, television celebrities, healthcare providers, leading public figures, and community leaders. Jessica believes that everyone has a purpose, and God has put her here to help you, and she is here to help you to really shine your light on your business by creating your own show. So if you want to create a show like Boot2boom, if you want to create a podcast, Jessica is your girl. You can talk to her, contact her at bit.ly/talk2jaw.
Thank you so much, Avalaura. And as you guys all know, Avalaura is the host as well as the founder of Boot2boom. And Avalaura is an internationally celebrated intuitive consultant and life coach who takes her clients from whole to wholeness in their life, relationships, and business. She guides them through a powerful healing process and helps them discover who they are, who they wish to be, and how to get there. If now's the time for you to live a freedom-focused life, detox yourself of limiting beliefs that no longer serve you, and create an unrecognizable reality, then Avalaura is the guide you've been waiting for. So you can get a consultation today by emailing avalaura@avalaura.com. And today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. So Avalaura, we're going to skip past the popping topic. We're going to skip past all of that good stuff and get right to our guest of the night, because he has several things lined up and he is on fire. He has already had us laughing to death today, just getting started. So Avalaura, please tell us who our guest is tonight. Tell everyone who our guest is tonight.
Yeah, so we have been thoroughly entertained on Boot2boom. Y'all miss out because you miss all the behind the scenes, because we have been over here laughing and cracking up and trying to keep it all together. So that's why we're moving so fast on the show today, because, you know, I can't hold in the laughs anymore, okay? So we have the amazing Mr. Michael Coylar. He is an actor, comedian, entertainer, voiceover artist, television and radio personality, and he is the author of 2 books. A funny thing happened on the way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. And his new poetry book, Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff. Please join us in welcoming the Mr. Amazing Michael Coylar. Woo!
I'm on bail. Woo! I'm so excited about being on here with y'all. How y'all doing?
We are awesome. How are you?
Amazing. I'm supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I'm just thrilled to be on this show with y'all. Y'all so full of love and light. I did not know, Jessica, that you put together the podcast. I need to learn how to put together my podcast, man.
Well, let's do it.
I need one of these. This is good.
So you in the right place tonight, see?
2 beautiful women that are both intelligent, plugged in, got a purpose. And oh man, this is very exciting stuff. Thank y'all for allowing me to be with you this evening. What's cooking?
So, you know, Boot2boom is all about entrepreneurship and helping our entrepreneurs to, you know, succeed in business. And, you know, what I love about you is that, you know, you've been here for a minute. You know, you've been in a...
I hate saying I'm old. That's a clever
I didn't say that. Did I say that? Nobody said that. You're not old. You are wise.
But you just said you've been here a long time.
That just means you have a lot of wisdom to share with our guests tonight.
That's right. I've been here.
You are plugged in purpose. So, you know, I was like, oh, okay.
That's right.
Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, tell everyone a little bit about yourself and, you know, how you've been able to be so successful in business for such a period of time.
In Hollywood. That's right. In Hollywood.
In Hollywood, right.
In between the jobs, I do a lot of stealing, and that sort of helps supplement my income. No, I've been doing comedy and film and television and animation and books for the whole 30 years I've been here, you know, but I started out just doing jokes. And then after I realized that they would let me tell some of these jokes in movies, I started getting in movies. You know, one thing always fed the other. Always been a writer, so I've always been writing poetry. And so now I'm able to actually release a couple of the books. You know, of course, my favorite is the presidential book. Funny thing happened on the way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. Let me see how I can get that right there now. Hold up, don't worry. Let me figure this thing out in a minute right now.
Oh, we are missing that
right now. There, right there. Oh, yes, beautiful. So far, I've moved 8,000 copies so far because we had the greatest president in the whole wide world. People want to say, well, what has Barack Obama done for black people? Well, what has he done for all people? Well, one thing is he the only president in my lifetime, and I've been around here since the Kennedys, and he the first president I ever seen that made it through 8 years with not one scandal. How about that? Let's start with that. And he looked good doing it. I know women love him. You know, my woman was lying in bed the other night watching Barack Obama give a speech. She laying there butt naked. I say, what are you talking about? She said, I don't know. I turned the sound down. So we know we love him. Now, my job is to make sure that folks don't forget him, that we lift him up and keep his image and his name out there in a positive light. That's why I put together this little book, Funny thing happened on the way to the White House. I knocked on the door and a brother answered. And recently, I've come up with my second book, which is really awesome. The foreword is by Les Brown, the motivational speaker, who incidentally will be speaking at the Power Network Summit that we're doing in a few weeks up at Gaylord Hotel in Maryland. Bring your mom and them, Pookie and Run. Let them know we're doing big things. They want to get out the house. Bring them on down. The book is called Miss Innocent Goes to Cool School and Other Silly Stuff. It's a poetry book for adult children. Now, people say, what's adult children? People like
adult children.
People like y'all, folks who still believe very much in life and that God is first and that nothing's impossible and that you can do everything with whatever you have already within you. Everybody who knows that life is an inside job, you know what I'm saying? And if you can conquer what's going on inside you, then outside can never harm you. All these basic principles that we embrace, people who still like to live and love and eat good food and roll around in the mud and do their thing. Those are people who are adult children. That's me. I can name a bunch of them, but that's adult children. That's why it has cartoons on it, but there's some cussing. There's some cussing in this one, so you don't want to get this one from the grandkids. People are like, oh, I want to get that for my grandkids. You don't want to get this one for the grandkids. No, you don't. But there's books in here. There's poems in here you can read to the grandkids. It covers all type of stuff. The foreword, as I said, is by Les Brown. The artwork is by Ivan Artukovich, who is a Russian artist. He studied in Italy. He lives in the south of France. And we're taking this book, the cover of this book, and we're turning it into an Adult Swim cartoon series. So, so these books are off the chain. But the greatest thing, the most fun I'm having in this whole 30-year career of mine is I'm now doing my one-man show. It's called Michael Collier's Mama. Now, if you like your mama, you will love this show. It is off the chain. It follows my life. Y'all know I've been rich 3 times, but I've been broke 17. So I'm way more comfortable with broke than I am rich. Me and broke, we sort of like first cousins, all right? And it follows my addiction. I was an addict for 23 years on crack cocaine, and as of March 1st, I have 6 years of pure sobriety. So this one-man show, and don't be applauding the fact that I used to get high, but thanks.
No, I'm applauding the fact that you've been sober for 6 years. But no, wait, I want to stop you for a minute, because how do you stay this successful being an addict for 23 years? Because you've seen it all. So many addicts will lose it all and not gain it back.
Yeah.
And how do I still look so good? That's the real question.
Right. You got all your teeth, you look healthy.
A couple of these are purchases, but no, they're not. No, all these my teeth. These my teeth. I wish I could answer that. I would only say G-O-D. Good old God. If God's not the answer, then you're asking the wrong question. You should be able to change your life at any moment you choose. But what moment do you choose? That's the question. A lot of people think they can't get out of their addictions because they've been in them so long that it has such power over them that they get so entrenched in it that they feel like that there is no other way. But there is another way, and God is the way. And learning to believe in yourself again is the other way, and deciding that you want other things than what you're getting when you're doing a drug situation. Like me, I like food. I can taste food again. Food tastes good. I didn't ever macaroni and cheese. Come on now. But to be able to taste the food, to drink the water, the gifts that I have from sobriety are so numerous. I can't even name all of them. But the reason that now I'm writing books and doing a one-man show and doing comedy everywhere. Last week, 7 shows in Atlanta. The week before that, 6 shows in Memphis. In 3 weeks, I'll be in Denver for 6 shows. I'm doing everything I've ever wanted to do. Those are all the gifts of sobriety. Before that, I was pretty much on hold. My life was on hold. When you're getting high, it's like hitting the pause button on your life, while the rest of the world just parades right on past you. But I didn't know no better. At least I didn't want to know no better. At the time, I took this rock, and I said, I wonder what happened if I drop it on a hot piece of glass. Anyway, 23 years later, I'm scrambling to turn that all back around. But I ain't complaining because, see, I understand everything that happened to me because of me. So I ain't mad at nobody else. So it's up to me to get me back. That's why I'm dancing fast I can, doing all the positive work, working in communities, doing motivational speaking, speaking at churches, speaking at schools, taking comedians into the prisons, because I do a thing called Comics Go to Jail. And every month I take 6 comedians into a prison and do a free hour-and-a-half concert for them. We've been doing that for 12 years. So we just living and loving is what it's about, baby. Being grateful, first of all, keeping God first, having that gratitude and knowing that when you got God, you can do anything. One with God is a majority. Me and God will take on all you mother. Anyway, I'm just saying.
I love that. So I love the fact, number one, that you said you made the book because you wanted to make sure that we never forgot, that, generations behind us never forgot. And so that's a big piece of it. That's a big, big piece, because as a comedian, we always think it's about fun and laughs and all that good stuff, which is a part of it, right? But the other part of it is also uplifting people and empowering people. So can you talk a little bit about that, what your idea was behind the book and why you thought the book was so important?
Okay, first of all, the uplifting people and empowering people is fun. That is fun. That is joy. So I'm not having to give up any of what I already love, but the good thing about loving people and giving to people, when you give stuff to people, you also get to keep it for yourself. Try it. Give somebody a smile and see if they don't smile too, and you still get to keep yours. Go on and love somebody and see if you don't get the love too. So you can't give anything to anybody without getting it for yourself. I can't teach you nothing without me learning it. You know what I'm saying? So I always say, if you ever want to have anything, you got to learn how to give all to all. If you give everything to everybody, you'll have so much stuff you won't have no place to put it. So I'm all down for giving. The book is so awesome because it's real simple, first of all. We're very fortunate that there's a whole generation of Black people who's only seen one president. And he was a Black president who was a fair and just man. Now they get a chance to watch this idiot who's pretending to be a president, who's just feeling his way around like some guy lost in a dark room and saying whatever he wants to do and flipping it around, and a terrified Congress who just have no backbones. They're frightened to stand up to what they can see is total injustice and incorrectness. But we're growing up in a society that gets to see all of that. And the more we see in him, hopefully the more we're missing the great man, Barack Obama, who was in it for everybody. Wasn't a Black president just for Black people. I don't need that. Black people are the only one here. I need a Black president or a president who recognizes and respects the differences of all people. And Barack Obama did that. He did so much for this country, And so, and one of the things I do want to say when Black people say what he's done for Black people, well, he showed the image of Black people every day in a positive light. Prior to him, you never saw a Black family on TV that was wholesome. I almost saw one of the Cosby's, but we all know that was a sitcom. But with Barack Obama, you got to see him and Michelle and those awesome daughters. Never a scandal. Can't find no dirt on them. They didn't turn over every rock. Can't find nothing wrong with Barack Obama. Don't never ball his fists up and get mad at nobody. He ain't walking around with his pants hanging off his behind. He's a stand-up man. And he's a Black man. See, Black men, rare. Them ninjas, I'm going to say ninjas because I don't think we can use the other word on this show. Can we? We can't say the other word, can we? Can we say the other word?
We're on YouTube, so we better, but.
Niggas, the niggas are everywhere.
You was just waiting to burst out.
If you open the glove compartment of your car, 4 niggas will fall out. But Black men are rare, and Barack Obama is a Black man. Like my comedian friend Bernie Mac, Black man. Walks like a man, stands for his community, his family, his God, stands for honor. They're rare. So when we get something like that and it's a part of us, we should be telling the world, and we should be reminding our kids. I tell everybody they need at least 3 of these books. They need one for their kids, one for themselves, and if your mama alive, you want to get one of these for your mama because your mama loved Barack Obama. And then the book, it shows how when he first got in office, everybody loved him. Let me show you. Every race, every creed, every color, look, all the children of every color loved him. But once he got in office, they tried to tear the White House in half before they let that nigga win. But you see Barack Obama on both sides of the White House. He pushing it right back together. Look at that. And down at the bottom, them the collard greens Michelle grew at the White House garden. Look, don't get me started. There's a dentist in Memphis, Tennessee, who has purchased 300. His name is Dr. Joseph Dove. And he gives one to every child whose teeth he does. And what they do is write a 3-page essay on Barack Obama based on the book. So he is in reinforcing their blackness, teaching them about their own history, showing them how to write it out, you know, showing them that you got to go read. People always want to say black people don't read. Well, black people do read. Everybody I know is black reads, but there's a lot of us who don't, and we need to encourage them. Reading is fundamental. Reading is the key to education. Education is the key to any door you'll ever want to walk through, and we have to get those messages out there, and I do it through my books. Yeah.
I love it. So you kind of broke down some marketing too. You gave us a little bit of marketing piece too, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. It's the marketing. You don't understand. Sales is my real business.
Yeah.
I just sell through
anybody in business. Sales is your real business, right?
That's right. Sales is it. See, and then I'll be down there selling both of these books, my CDs and my DVDs at the Power Network in Summit, because you will certainly learn how to hustle if you watch me sell my stuff. Oh, I don't play. Everything must go.
I love that.
I love it.
Closing out sale. Everything must go.
Everything.
But you also utilize the profits as a purpose as well. So I love the fact that you not only look at yourself and then you say, okay, what can I get? What can I get? But you're also looking to pour back into individuals as well. So I'm
all about giving it back. I'm all about giving it back. I mean, I've been rich for a very long time, and it don't have nothing to do with money. You know, I am just so blessed, and I have a great God and a great queen and great health, and I have nothing to complain about. All I have is a million reasons to say thank you and to be grateful. So if I just live my life, if I just be me, if I just be true to who I am and help the world, give to others, I'll always have everything I ever want. All of my needs will always be met. So I'm good. I mean, I don't want to just earn. I don't want to. If I had $100 million, I would want that so I could help more people. You know, in fact, if I had $100 million, you know what I'd do? I'd quit. Yeah, I'd quit. I'd go shopping. Yeah.
But you all, I hope you're really listening to what he's saying, because you know, this is really one of the fundamentals of business, in that the more you give, the more you receive.
That's right.
Right. It's really a testament to life. And what I love about you is that you took.
You need to dress or whatever.
You're one of those what we call sort of the passionpreneurs. You have so many different passions and so many different interests and gifts.
That again, a passionpreneur.
That's your passionpreneur, and you were able to take one and translate it into all these others. So you started with the comedy, but then you're able to take this and be, a writer, be an author, doing the one-man show, doing the radio and the TV. So how did you do that? How did you get started? How did you take this one gift and then translate it into all of these other gifts that you had?
You know, in my entire life, I've always been a hustler. You know, I've always tried to earn. You know, I remember even being like 8 years old, 9 years old, I used to sell 2 and 3 for penny candy. You ever remember candy? You can get 2 for a penny and 3 for a penny. Well, I lived in the projects in Chicago, Robert Taylor Project, South Side, Robert Taylor, 4352 South State Apartment 909. Now, because it was the projects, a lot of kids in that building were not allowed to leave the building. Mm-hmm. You know, but my big brothers would take me across the street. So I buy 2 for penny candy, 3 for penny candy, 2 penny cookies. Then I come back to our apartment at 909, turn the box upside down, and line up them cookies and candies. And all the kids from the building would come to our apartment because they were allowed to come to the 9th floor. They just weren't allowed to leave the building. So I was making 200 and 300% profit a penny at a time, you know. So then I discovered this thing called the Columbia Record Club. You ever hear of that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy 11 albums for 11 cents.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. The magazine, so I got of whatever the flyest black albums were. Then I go sell them to the school, to the teachers at my grade school for $3 each. So I was making $33 on 11-cent profit that I never paid. I never paid them 11 cents. And then I was sent off for some more stuff, and I changed my name. So first it'd be Michael Kaya, then Kaya Michaels, then Michael Keith Kaya, then Keith Kaya Michaels, then Keith Michaels, then Keith Kaya. I did it about 11 times before they realized they would send the stuff to the same address and cut me off. But by then I'd already learned the skill of the hustle, you know? So I'm always knowing that there's always something you can sell. One or two things, either services or products. One of those two, you can always sell. I always have a service. I can always get people to pay me to talk stuff. I can come and be an MC. I can come do motivational speaking. I can stand up and do comedy. I can act. I can do animation with my voice. So I can do that. Or I can sell merchandise. So I take my words and I create my words. If I do anything, I shoot it. I don't care if I go to the toilet. I shoot it. I just keep the camera up high, but I shoot it. And everything you get on tape, sooner or later, you're going to be able to sell that. You know, the book, I just love this president so much. I put the book together. I didn't realize it would sell nicely like it's selling. My second book is taking off pretty good. And my third book is coming called Michael Goes Motivational, where I'm doing motivational speaking from a comedic point of view. Oh, but everything must go.
I love it. So I know you have to roll. When you say let's go, I know you have to roll. So I have one last question for you. Or if Avalaura, do you have something else you want to ask before?
Go ahead.
All right. So
one question. Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing, Jessica. You're selfish. That's the problem.
Don't get the talking to get in. Avalaura said the whole intro.
She did the intro. We had enough Avalaura for one night.
Hey, right, you can't have too much of me.
You can't have too much Avalaura. That's right. Don't get me started. Okay, all right, go ahead.
All right, so last question. So I know that you were talking about motivational speaking, comedy, and you always have something you can sell. Can you provide our audience with the tips on how you actually get out there and do it? How do you actually get out there and put together these products, put together these services? How do you know what will sell? All that good stuff.
Wow. See, that's the first thing you have to be able to do is to identify what it is you're going to sell. You know, it's always good to look at hookers because, you know, they're walking with their product. But the thing, I was joking. The thing is, you have to figure out, and with everybody, they have to figure out what they love. You got to figure out what you love. And when you figure out what you love, there's a connection to that. There's about product and service. But you got to figure out what you love first, you know? So me, I love jokes. So I tell jokes. I can sell jokes because I tell jokes, you know? So I can do it by writing them and sell to other people, or I can come and MC your show or open your show because that's what I'm selling, because it's what I love. Writing and words I love, so I can write poetry, you know? But you can do it with anything. There's a young kid who came out of Chicago. I'm trying to think of it. Farrah Gray. Do you know Farrah?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Farrah Gray, when he was 7 years old, he would take all his mama's lotions that she wasn't using, the half-empty bottles, the empty bottles, and pour them all in one bottle and clean up the bottles and then go door to door selling the lotions. And he wanted $2 or $3, but they were so impressed with his acumen for work, with him taking the time to put it together, with his gentlemanly way of selling, that they would give him $6 and $7, $8 and $9 for some little used lotion that he had got from his mama's house that she wasn't using. And immediately he went, wow, if the presentation is correct, if I deliver it with a graciousness and a right style, people will pay me. You can sell anything if you go about it the right way. You can go get an old stick out the gutter, cut a nick in it, and call it art. Wrap a ribbon on it and find somebody to buy it if you know where to go tell it or go sell it at and what to call it. Now, there's a great book that I would encourage anyone who's going to be in sales to get. It's called Tell to Win. Tell, Tell to Win by John Peters. It's an awesome book because it explains to you there's two ways to go out selling something. You can either tell a story or you can do a data dump. You know, in a data dump, you just giving the information. You know what I'm saying? I got me a Barack Obama Superman.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. I got to get one of those.
Barack Obama Superman. Okay. So
Yes, we
you
can.
know you got the product. Now the thing is, how do you sell it? Do I say, look, I got the Barack Obama product. It's a nice dial. I got it for $5. I'm going to sell it to you for $4, and you can sell at $10 and make a $6 profit. I just gave you a data dump. That's all. But if I say, man, this is Barack Obama, this is the first black president of the United States. He came in and did things that white folks fighting over right now. They still can't get together with the health care bill. We ain't had a health care bill passed in 200 years in America. This black man came and did it. He did it with his black wife, who's super cool herself. He is a Superman. I'm shocked he don't have a cape on and that he's not flying across the United States, and I'm willing to let this go for $20. Now I'm going to sell it because they got the story behind it. See, if you tell them the story, then you win their hearts. If you win their heart, their wallet will pop out their pocket. So if you want to sell, you want to come up with something that the people want. And then secondly, you want to come up with a way of selling it that's palatable, that's tasty, that's delicious, that makes them want to have it. So you tell the story. When I do this book, I can go on all night and say, I got a book on Barack Obama, y'all, and it's just $10. I don't even need the whole $10. I can take 2 5s or 5 and 5 singles. Now, I'm really giving you a data dump, but I'm making it funny. But when I say I got this book about the first black president, who, if Bush had killed Osama bin Laden, if he had saved General Motors, if he created a healthcare bill your mama, your grandmama can afford, and if he ended that illegal war that he started in Iraq to cover his own bitch ass because of his failures with 9/11, his face would be on Mount Rushmore. Barack Obama did all that and much more, and it's still not enough. That's why y'all need to get this book to find out about the man who's 100 grand, who's taking a stand, and who is fly as can be. He just like you. He a brother, and he's sharp. $10. See, because now I'm going to give you a story. Now you know more about him. I'm not just saying I got a Barack Obama book. I'm going to also tell you that there's a guy who bought 300 of them and give them to every kid. Now I'm telling you a story. See, now I'm selling you by telling you what you're getting here. You know what I'm saying? When I talk about this book, this book, motivational speaker Les Brown wrote the foreword. Oh, I'm not going to sit on your station and try to read the whole book, but I will read the first line. Okay. Les Brown said, I have been fortunate to meet many talented and gifted people. 2 who stand out most in my mind for their ability to change people's lives with the power of the written word are Maya Angelou and Michael Kaya. I didn't pay him to say that, people. It ain't but $25. Anyway, what you do is you want to tell a story, you know? And if you tell the story, they will make the purchase. You just have to figure out your audience, who you're selling to, what your target market is, and bring them something that they want. The guy in the desert don't need a hot towel. I can tell you that right now. You know, the guy at the pool don't need a bucket of water. You need to go to people who need something and bring them what they need, or convince them that it's something that they want and sell it to them, you know?
Wow,
That's
I love it. I love it. All right. So you gave us that
sales tips from one of the greats.
Technically, in the show business, what do they do?
Huh?
In the show business, if there's someone that wants to go into show business like you, wanted to become a comedian like you, what would they do?
I would say figure out what thing it is first. If it's comedy, I would say learn 5 minutes. First of all, let me tell you, all your folks who's ever listening, and even if it's just you two, the main thing to keep in mind is the 15-minute rule. You can do anything in this world if you're willing to put 15 minutes in a day. And you take Saturday and Sunday off. Just 5 days a week. 15 minutes. I don't care if you want to be a ballerina and you weigh 412 pounds. You can be a ballerina. You got to put in 15 minutes a day. Now, it might be 15 minutes a day of exercise. It might be 15 minutes a day of dieting. It might be 15 minutes a day of watching the internet and watching other dancers, or watching full body dancers for 15 minutes. It may be 15 minutes a day of being on the internet trying to find out where do full body dancers go to learn. But if you spend 15 minutes a day towards anything, in 3 months, you'll be in the middle of doing that thing. So like me being a comedian, I said, if you want to do comedy, go get 5 minutes of funny stuff. Okay. You can do funny stuff in your life, funny things you've made up because you've seen it happen, or go on the internet and steal 5 minutes worth of jokes. There's 100 million jokes on the internet. There's 10,000 jokes about everything. You can say, you got on a blue blouse. You can put in jokes about blue blouses and get 10,000 jokes on them right now. You can get a joke about anything. So what you do is you go online and you can find 5 minutes worth of jokes is 3 jokes. Okay, you take about a minute for each joke, minute and 10 seconds, and they need time to laugh. 3 jokes is all you need for 5 minutes. So you go on, you find jokes that make you laugh, not make you snicker. Oh, that's kind of fun. No, but make you fun. Oh, shit, that's fun. You get 3 jokes like that. And then you stand in your mirror and you practice them till you're saying them like you made them up. Then once you got that down, now you got your 5 minutes. Now
Wait,
you
so
get
you're
out.
telling me steal? You're saying steal joke? What if people steal your joke? Now I don't. Now I'm gonna call you Uncle Mike. I feel like
it's on the internet. It's public domain, baby.
It's on the internet.
The internet is public domain. You're not stealing. It's public domain. But you steal my shit because you can't do my shit like I do my shit.
I heard that. I heard that.
Right, man. Let me tell you, the first guy in television was Milton Berle, who's the first major star. Milton Berle would steal material. He would come to your show with a pen and paper and sit on the stage. And if you said a joke he liked, he write it while you're talking. Okay? People steal all the time. But I'm not saying try to repeat routines from people who are on stages around America working, because somebody can come up and slap you. But on the internet, all these jokes are 100 years old. These jokes are 40 years old. Ain't nobody telling these jokes no more. You want to find 3 jokes, ain't nobody telling. Because the whole point is to get on stage. By the time you say, hello, I'm so-and-so from so-and-so, you tell your 3 jokes and people laugh in between. You say, good night, that was my time. That's 5 minutes. So what you do is you do that. You come up with your 5 minutes and then you hit all the open mics, but not comedy open mic. If you go to comedy open mic, people going to be judging you from the comedian in front of you and the comedian after you. So you want to go to a regular open mic where they got somebody playing piano, somebody doing spoken word, some broad playing a flute, all these different people. So when you get up and do your joke, they ready for comedy, so they're more open. You do your 5 minutes there. Now here's the trick. You gotta tape it. Whatever you're doing, you gotta tape it. Every telephone has a tape recorder. Every telephone. So before you open your mouth and say, hello, I'm so-and-so, cut on record, sit on the chair next to you. Do your set. Now, when you get through doing your 5 minutes, you go home and listen to it. Now, you're listening to see what didn't work. See what I'm saying? So in that 5 minutes, everything that worked, you keep. Everything that didn't work, don't ever say that shit again. Okay, now, let's say the first time you come back with 3 minutes that worked. When you go on stage again, you add 2 new minutes to that 3 minutes. And you repeat the process. Now they laugh some more. Now you got 4 minutes that work. You add 1 new minute to that. You repeat the process. You keep going till you got 5 minutes that they laugh at. Now you got 5 minutes they laugh at. You go about 20 more times with just those 5 minutes, so you get the confidence to tell them. Now you hit comedy open mics. So now other comedians are going to approach you and tell you where you could take it and other places you can do it or how you can fix that joke and make it better. Now, once you're out there on the circuit, you start getting rid of stuff that you started with, because that's stuff you got from the internet, and start adding things that you've learned from being on the stage. Stuff that you said off the top of your head because you saw the lady with the big old behind. And you went, oh my God, look at all that butt on that woman. That's why black women buy Cadillacs, because you can't get all that ass in a Volkswagen. So you say it off the top of your head, and now you add that to your jokes, and you drop a joke, and you just keep adding. Now you got 5 minutes of your own stuff. Woo! Now you're ready to go. Yeah, that's the formula. I charge for that kind of information. Go, I'm good at y'all.
The next book?
I mean, that was golden. Y'all, if y'all were listening, that was golden, because that's not even just about comedy. That's about speaking. You know what I mean? Anything where you have to present, teaching workshops, classes, trainings, whatever. And I love that, because what you said is that you don't have to be perfect. Yeah. You start out with somebody else. You
ain't even got to be good.
You ain't even got to be good. You perfect that and you add to it. I mean, so I love that process, because that makes it so attainable, because a lot of times people think they have to be perfect off the break. Yeah. And they don't understand that it's a process.
And they become disillusioned because it doesn't work right away. But, performance is it's a participation sport. It's not a spectator sport. You can't learn performance by watching it. You learn it by doing it. Fall down 3-4 times. Get up, do it some more. Before you know it, you're getting it right, and you ain't falling down no more. So, yeah. Okay. My 2 books, everything. You can reach me on my webpage, The Real Michael Collier, Colyar. You can follow me on Twitter at Michael Collier, Colyar. You can follow me on Instagram at Michael_Collier, Colyar. I'm even in the yellow pages, and they don't even sell the yellow pages no more. But my webpage is therealmichaelcollier.com. And if y'all have any questions, want to know about any of my shows, and I'm doing tons of shows, you either go to my webpage, The Real Michael Collier, therealmichaelcollier.com, or you can just write me at comicking123 at AOL.com. Now, August 1st through 3rd, I'll be in North Carolina, in Winston-Salem, where my one-man show has already been picked up for the National Black Theater Festival. And then after that, we start a 100-city tour. So we come to every city you can name. And you don't know what city I'm in, go to the webpage, The Real Michael Collier. Also, I'm hireable. I do weddings, divorces, Passover, hangover. I do a party in the phone booth if you promise a call. I take green stamp, food stamp, Canadian money, EBT. I take your bus transfer if it's got some time left on it. The name is Michael Collier, Colyar. The show is called Michael Collier's Mama, and if you like your mama, you're going to love this show. And I'll see all y'all down at the Power Networking Conference. What date is that? 7th, 8th, and 9th of July?
July 7th, 8th, and 9th.
And I thank y'all so much for being patient with me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm sorry, guys. I got to run.
Thank you so much for being here.
Mike, Uncle Mike, I'll tell you.
That's right. Thank you. Uncle Mike is in the house.
Bye. Have a good one. Well, he definitely dropped some knowledge on you guys for sure. If you aren't paying attention, I suggest that you sit down after we are done here and you rewind this and you watch it all over again and again and again, and have your pen and paper ready, have it right there next to you, and just take down everything he said, because everything he said, like Avalaura said, can apply to not only doing comedy, but to doing workshops, to speaking events, to just podcasting. Really, truthfully, let's just keep it real, right?
Love it.
Everything can apply to.
And he broke it down so flawlessly. Like, you know, he practices that. You know, he does it.
Exactly.
You know, that's exactly what he did. And, you know, that's what I love about this show, is that we are really bringing you what people have actually done to be successful. This is not make-believe. This is not theory. This is not some stuff that people just read in a book and decided that they're going to teach you. This is things that they actually have lived, breathed, and done it, and they're bringing it to you for free. For free, y'all. Y'all got that knowledge for free.
Yeah.
Just for watching Boot2boom.
I got to tell you, I wasn't expecting that.
What were you expecting, Jessica?
I'm going to keep it real. I was expecting to laugh because I know he is very funny, very hilarious funny. And this kind of taught me a bit of a lesson about, you know, misconceptions or perceptions, right? Because we place certain perceptions on individuals, on people that we see on television. You know, we see them, you know, on social media, whatever, but that person can be completely different and have so much value that you don't even know beyond what you just see, you know, the facade you just see and their work that you just see in front of you. Because number one, I didn't know he had 2 books. My bad. You know, I did know that he did a one-man show and all that good stuff. I had heard about that. Right? But the fact that he's not only 1 book, but 2 books, and then 2 books that actually have a purpose behind them and a reason for continuing on. It's not just that he's putting out you know, he could have done a comedy book. He really could have. He could have just did a comedy book full of his jokes and be like, buy it. But instead, he's actually putting out content and putting out things of value that he sees is going to be valuable to the marketplace, to the next generation, and to really to his people. He really is reinvesting back into the community.
Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing we have to look at, like, seriously. How do you stay in this, first of all, in the business game? Because we all know business is brutal, right? It is not for the faint of heart. So to be successful in business for 30 years and then take that 30 years and insert it in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
And still be here to talk about it. Listen, I watch Unsung. Anybody who watch Unsung, you see how, look, the entertainment industry tears people apart.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Right? And he managed to be on crack, strung out on crack for 23 years, and he's still here to talk about it. Gracious.
I know, like, what part of the game is that?
Like, we know people don't come back from crack.
No, they do not. Crack is whack. I'm just saying. And I don't think we could have had this show without saying it.
So, I mean, there has to be, you know, like you said, you know, the misconceptions, but we look at people and we just see the funny, or we just see the beautiful, or we just see the talent, we just see what they're presenting, but we don't know what's going on behind.
Exactly.
And that's why that's why I love Boot2boom, because it really is the behind the scenes. It's about what does it really take to be successful in business? Not just what you see, but all the work that you don't see.
Exactly.
And what he talked about right there is all the work that you don't see. Like, he broke it down so flawlessly, but think about how long that takes to perfect that.
Exactly. It takes time. Every one of my clients that's watching this right now, it takes time. You know this. I tell you this. It takes time.
There are no overnight successes. None.
You have to put in the work.
We got to understand that. We got to put in the work, and when things don't work out the way that we think they should, we got to keep going.
Keep going.
You can't give up and say, you know what? I ain't cut out for this. I can't do this. What am I doing? What was I thinking? I'm going to go back and get a job. No, right? Keep going.
And big piece, right? Big piece is you're going to be a little bit of a, what is it called when you do something else somebody else is doing? Help me out, Avalaura. Lord. Words are escaping me. Come to me, words.
Will the words into existence.
I am.
Well, I was thinking of the words, but I do want to remind you all that that's just a little snapshot of what you're going to be getting at the Power Networking Conference, July 7th. Was it? I don't even know. 6, 7, 8, 9. That comedy show is going to be off the chain. So he will be there actually performing, but he will be there all weekend. I had the pleasure of meeting him last year. He is just as down to earth and humble in person as he is, as you saw. You definitely want to go. I didn't even know Les Brown was going to be at PNC. Y'all, come on. Like, every black person, every successful black person in America is going to be at PNC. Y'all need to be there. You need to be there. So if you want to get your discounted tickets, we are hooking you up here at Boot2boom. If you go to the website, powernetworkingconference.com, you will see that the tickets are $800. $800. And clearly you can see the caliber of people that you're going to be getting, so it's well worth it. But we are hooking you up with discounted tickets for $399. $399, not $3.99. $3.99. So if you want to get your discounted ticket, go ahead and email us at boot2boom.com. We will give you the information, but we really want you to be there. I'm going to be there teaching meditation in the morning. Jessica's going to be there hanging out, doing what Jessica does. You're going to get to see all the amazing people that we've had featured on here, plus more, because everybody and their mama. I have a feeling it's just going to be one of those pop-ups where everybody just kind of comes.
I feel like
Jessica, like, people who aren't even supposed to be there just gonna show up.
I'll be real mad when y'all watching my Facebook feed of all them people. I'm taking pictures of every single person I can get for social proof. Every single person I can get for social proof, I will be taking a picture with. So you definitely want to be there. Make it down there. If you need to do split payments, then, you give 200, give another 200, make it happen. If you got to skip going to get your hair done or whatever to make it there, you do what you need to do to make it there. So with that being said, I'm done. I got to go take my notes from Uncle Mike. I can't wait to see him. I'll be like, Uncle Mike! He'll be like, who the heck are you?
Right. No, he really is so down to earth and humble. That's real. And you know, I think we've been blessed to have some phenomenal guests, and they really are just as phenomenal in person as they are as you see on the show. Very authentic, very down to earth. So like I said, we definitely want to see you there. Make sure you get the resource list. A lot of you have actually been asking about those resources. It's been very popular lately. If you want to advertise in the resource list as well, you can email us at boot2boom@gmail.com, and we will give you the details on how you can advertise your business, your service, your product in our resource list. Like we said, we have, you know, tens of thousands of resources for you all because we really want you all to be successful in your business. So go ahead and get that. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and do that. Go ahead and subscribe so you will get notified. As you heard Jessica, we gonna be on and popping for PNC. So you're gonna want to make sure you are in our Facebook group, not the page. We love to have you on the page too, but get in our Facebook group. So those pop-up Facebook Lives, subscribe to the YouTube channel for any pop-ups that we'll have coming up there. So, you know, it's just going to be a lot of activity going on. You don't know when who's going to come on next. So you just want to be ready, right? You just want to be ready. So just go ahead and subscribe to everything. So that's why when anything comes on, you will be in the know. You will see it. And we're really excited because we have some phenomenal guests coming up over the next few weeks. The lineup is sick. I mean,
while we're talking about guests as well, if you want to be a guest on Boot2boom, definitely email us. Go email us, boot2boom@gmail.com. And if you qualify, if your business qualifies, we will go ahead and reach back out to you. So we do go and we research your business. We find out where you've been, what you've been up to, and because we only want quality guests on our show. But if you are interested, please know that you can reach out to us, submit your proposal to us, let us know that you're interested, and we will get right back to you and let you know if you've been accepted or not. And once you've been accepted, let's make it happen. Let's do what it do, because that's exactly why we're here. We're here to help you fulfill your dreams, right? Get your PayPal popping, your business booming, your life and relationships to explode. I think we provide.
Michael Coylar said something good. What did he say? You had people popping their money popping out of their wallets.
I wrote it down. What did he say? He said, if you love them enough. What did I know? I wrote it down. Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I like that one.
Out of their pockets and come to you.
Popping, yes. Money popping out of their pockets.
I heard that. Okay. Yeah. And if that's what you want, then you definitely have to just be ready to put yourself out there. Like she said, do the work and diligently stick to it. Hang in there. Don't give up. Don't give up. All right. So that's all I got, Avalaura.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the lesson. That was the lesson that he so eloquently broke down for all of us tonight. Is that it is a process. Success is a process. It is a formula, right? Like what he gave us was a success formula.
Yes.
So it is a formula, and that formula, it takes practice, it takes perseverance, it takes a whole lot of discipline. But what it doesn't take, what he never mentioned, is perfection.
That's right.
It does not take perfection. There are too many of you all waiting on the sidelines to launch your business, to launch a product, to launch a service, because you're still thinking, oh, I gotta have my website just right. Or, you know, I gotta have these expensive business cards, or I don't have my branding done yet. Mm-hmm. Listen, I am the queen. And, you know, my amazing producer can tell you, Jessica, I am the queen of launching stuff that ain't perfected at all, like straight on the fly. Like, look, I got a concept. Let's launch it and see what happens. I don't have a website. You know what I got? A Google form.
Yeah.
I don't need a website.
Yeah, on the main one.
I started selling my head wraps on Facebook Live. I had no website. What, you know what I had? I had Avalaura and some head wraps and a PayPal link. That was it.
Boom.
Too many of y'all are trying to be perfect and have everything all together before you launch something. And that's not necessary. Yeah. That's not necessary. He broke down a success formula for you all. Now, as you continue to grow, you do better. But you got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
You got to start somewhere. And so what we encourage you all, what we teach you in our own ways, I really teach you in terms of really making sure that you are confident, that you know who you are, right? Because when you know who you are, you show up as you are, you're authentic, you're genuine, you have worked through your stuff, right?
Yep.
Then you can sell anything. Mm-hmm. Real talk, you can sell anything. And then Jessica can show you how to package that and get on some podcasts and do your digital thing, right? Yeah. But neither of those requires being perfect. It requires you being you.
Yep. Yep.
And whatever it is that you're passionate about, starting somewhere. So I hope that that's what you got from us tonight.
Knowing your value. And like he said, and I'm so happy that he said it, record, 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 record. I tell Avalaura all the time, did you take pictures?
I'm the worst.
Yeah, I'm all like, Avalaura, did you take pictures while you were there? What are you doing?
There's so many opportunities that y'all would have never seen because Avalaura was in the moment. See, I'm in the moment. Mindfulness. I am in the moment. I'm not thinking about no pictures. I'm not thinking about no recording. I am there.
You know what? That's cool. Be in the moment. But take a selfie real quick to get back to the moment. I am so for. Believe me, I'm so for being in the moment. I'm down with the deep breathing, with the meditate, with soaking up, being in the. But girl, if you don't take a picture of you meditating for a minute, especially if you meditating right next to, somebody that got a little bit of influence, oh my goodness, just take a minute. All I'm asking is for a couple, not even a minute, couple of seconds.
I'm getting better. I think about Jessica in my head all the time, telling me social proof, take pictures, take pictures.
Record, go live.
So yes, be you, be authentic. You don't have to be perfect, and take pictures, record.
Take pictures, record, because like he said, you always learn from it. Even if in that moment you feel like, and I feel like, and I'm gonna get a little spiritual on y'all. So if you ain't spiritual, you're gonna have to give me this one. God is positioning you in those experiences for a reason. Document that, put it down, because guess what? Those will always come back around, and it'll help you move forward and help you move forward. That reason that you're there, that experience that you're going through, and you're documenting, believe me, you'll be able to take it and flip it. And I was telling Avalaura a little while ago, she has so many different recordings and stuff. Now she can take all that stuff and start a podcast with it. She could take all of those recordings, and she don't even have to do more work. No more work.
So what she's telling you all is that Avalaura will be launching a podcast soon because it's already there. Yeah. Like I literally just have to take all of my interviews and everything. And Jessica was like, "It don't even have to be an interview. You've done this, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Yeah. So yeah, that's what she's telling you all. That a podcast.
I record all my conversations, even when it's people I meet on Facebook. I'm like, "Hey, let's hop on a call," and I record because I'm guaranteed I'm gonna say something that's just jaw dropping, and that's why I'm called Jaw, right? Just Case Woman, because I'm gonna say something that's gonna be like, "Oh, that was good." So now I can take it, snag it for Uber conference, and edit that sucker and put that in a good little podcast.
I mean, you said so. I can't do that because my client's confidentiality and all that good stuff. But you said something so true. The jewels that jump out of my mouth when I'm talking to my clients sometimes astound me. I'm like, "Oh, who said that? Where'd that come from?"
You can, Lord, that's the thing. You can. You don't have to say their part. I didn't say use their part. I said use your part.
True. That's true. I can't.
I'm not.
Edit them out.
Yeah, you're not going to.
See, I didn't even think about that. I can edit them out.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Y'all,
and then if they want to listen to it, with themselves and get some more, if they're going to speak at an event, this is what I do with some of my clients. If they're going to speak at an event or something like that, they want to listen to it again. They want to hear the excitement they had behind their voices, the passion they had in their voices and everything. They can listen to it on their way driving, and they can, reconfirm and affirm everything. And when they get there, I'm like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm doing this. I'm on it. I'm because they can hear me telling them, "Hey, you got this. You can do this." Blah, blah, blah. It really is very empowering how much power we have in ourselves and how much other people have to give to us. We ourselves have power to give to others, but there are other people that give to us. So it's always that transition of energy all the time, continuously. And I'm gonna be quiet now. So, okay. Sorry, guys. But you see how passionate I
you
get
know,
about this type of stuff.
we appreciate you all, and we appreciate your feedback, and we are looking at the chat, and we thank you all for those of you who are in the chat. Hey, just dropping by, just saying hello, welcome, welcome. We do want to hear from you. We want to know who's here. What did you learn from tonight's show? What was your aha? You know, what was your breakthrough moment? Share that us. We'll still go back and look at the chat. We'll go back and look at the Facebook Lives.
Challenge time. In our Facebook group, do a Facebook Live. Tell us what you got from this episode or any of our past episodes.
I love
it. Do a Facebook Live in our group and let us know. And then we'll take bits and pieces of it. I'm throwing this out there. Hope the team doesn't beat me up later. We will take a bit and piece of what you said and we will play it on the show. So
I got you one better. For the best one, for the best challenge, right? We'll give y'all a prize. We'll give y'all a prize.
Nice.
You know, we like to give away stuff, right? Because what did Michael talk about giving? The more you give, the more you receive. So we like giving stuff. Yeah, so go in there, drop a video. Tell us what you love. Tell us what you got out of it. The best one, you're going to get something from the Boot2boom team. How about that?
I love it. All right.
All right, guys, we will see you at PNC. Remember to get your tickets. Email us at boot2boom@gmail.com. We want to see you there. Tune in every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern to get your PayPal popping, your business booming, and your life and your relationships to explode. And we will see you all here next week. Have an amazing evening, guys.